name of the Operation Sindoor, I think, was a fantastic name. This has demolished a lot of the doctrines that Pakistan was harboring, that they can continue to bleed India through terrorism and that India will not react. Two women officers briefing the media, and you have Operation Sindoor. So that significance, the huge significance. President Trump's statement is very clear that, India has done what it needed to do, and then he hopes there will be no escalation. In the case of China, the only thing which will be music to Pakistan's ears is to use the word regrettable.
Served India launches Operation Sindoor. Precision strike hit 9 terror camps in Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir. First of all, your opening statement on it, sir.
So first thing first, the name of the Operation Sindoor, I think, was a fantastic name. As per the Indian culture and civilization, the meaning of Sindoor and what it means to married women in our civilization. So the government has articulated those feelings that those poor ladies whose husbands were killed in front of their eyes, what it means to them. So I think that's an amazing title of the operation that was given. Second, I think India has gone beyond, the Pakistan's doctrine that terror under the nuclear overhang or without a conventional response, we can continue to do that. We had established deterrence after Balakot, but that deterrence seems to have broken down. Pakistan decided to gamble once again to resort to terrorism, and India has demolished that belief. And not one, not two, but 9 camps have been struck in so-called, in POJK, as well as in mainstream Punjab. So whether it's, the snake pits of Muridke and Bhavalpur and other camps have been struck. And the Indian armed forces have taken care that only the terror camps have been struck, no military installation has been struck, and no civilian targets have been struck. So I think this has demolished a lot of the doctrines that Pakistan was harboring, that they can continue to bleed India through terrorism and that India will not react.
Earlier today also, Secretary Vikram Misri along with Colonel Sofia Qureshi and Wing Commander Vyomika Singh has addressed a press conference where they have mentioned the line of action, how it was carried out. What would you like to say on that?
So there again, two women officers briefing the media, and you have Operation Sindoor. So that significance, the huge significance. And I think it was a very crisp, to the point briefing. They elucidated what were the aims, what were the objectives, what are the targets. And the summary was given by the Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri, who summed up the situation extremely well. So I think very well articulated press conference, very professional, and put across India's point of view for the international community very well.
Sir, now Operation Sindoor, how do you see Pakistan is going to react in your point of view?
Yeah, so Pakistan being Pakistan will certainly react. And I think the reaction will be within 24 to 36 hours. But Pakistan's problem is going to be, what targets do they pick in India? There are no terror training camps in India. So what do they target? If they target civilian population or if they target military targets, then India will go up the escalatory ladder and will hit them back. So it is necessary for them to hit, because for Asim Munir, when he carried out this Pahalgam attack, he thought that India will retaliate militarily, like after Balakot and Uri. They will retaliate and the matter will be settled. But in the process, he would have united the country behind him, because he's on the back foot, because they're not able to control the situation in Balochistan or in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So he thought this, putting the tensions with India, will help him consolidate his own position in Pakistan. Now he's in a very weak wicket, because first India has responded through the non-kinetic measure of stopping the water of the Indus, which is hurting them and will hurt them much more in the future. So he has to respond militarily. So what target does he respond to? I just hope they're not foolish enough to target a dam, because the water of the dam will flow into Pakistan. It won't flow back into India. So he must be wondering, or like what they did after Balakot, that they fire a missile which lands in an area which is not populated, somewhere in the Rajasthan desert or somewhere else. So Pakistan will react within 24 to 36 hours, but what target they choose will decide whether we go up the escalation ladder or the situation gets diffused now.
Sir, another question would be India's positioning as of now after the Operation Sindoor. Where do you think in the world spectrum, where does India stand with this?
I think the international community has been very supportive of India. Everybody realizes that, India had to react because of the terrorist incidents. After all, 26 of our innocent people have been killed in a cold-blooded manner and in a communal manner after asking their religion. So there is a lot of sympathy for India, and I think the international community also understands. Yes, publicly they will make the noises like exercise restraint, open negotiations, talk, but they all realize that, you cannot mess around with a country of the size and stature of India and then expect that nothing will happen. And this talk in the case of Pakistan that we are ready for a neutral inquiry and a transparent inquiry, everybody has said nothing of the sort. That you have to face the consequences of what you have done.
I was just going to ask my next question would be U.S. President Donald Trump has also made a statement saying it's a shame, but we just heard about it, and I guess people knew something was going to happen based on the little bit past that they have. I hope it ends very quickly. While the U.S. President has made the statement like this, China has termed India's airstrike in Pakistan and Pakistan-occupied Kashmir regrettable and urged both sides to exercise restraint and avoid further escalation.
Yeah. So President Trump's statement is very clear that, India has done what it needed to do, and then he hopes there will be no escalation. In the case of China, the only thing which will be music to Pakistan's ears is to use the word regrettable. Other than that, it's a bland statement that both sides should exercise restraint. I think Pakistan is going to be disappointed with the statement that China has made. In fact, Turkey has made a much stronger statement. But China's statement, Pakistan is going to be disappointed with.